myself. My life has seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real weapons being real to sell. My life has seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money. That's all you got to do. Being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 that God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's wrong. You don't want money so much, right? He doesn't go to work. Yes, I do think about money. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. Dave Cortez.
Good morning, Black world, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategy to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It is truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to be coming to you live and direct from the Monetize My Life Academy studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Guys, if you are serious about building a brand, you are serious about taking your business to another level, then you might need to invest in some solid branding and marketing, coaching, training, and education. We do live weekly webinars. We do monthly webinars with subject matter experts. There's webinars, recorded courses, ebooks, digital courses. Everything that you need to build a brand is waiting for you at Monetize My Life Academy for just $20 per month. You can go to monetizemylifeacademy.com, put in coupon code only $20. So that's only ONLY, all caps, $20, only $20. And take your time and start going through. Pick one thing that you want to get better at. If it's social media marketing, click on social media. Then there's a bunch of different stuff under social media. And you pick one platform. If it's Instagram, then look at all of the training, education, ebooks, and everything that we have on Instagram. Learn Instagram like nobody's business. Master that thing. Then you can come back and do the same thing with Facebook, Twitter, whatever your platform is that you love. Then we've got something for you at Monetize My Life Academy. Do me a huge favor. If you're checking this out on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not already subscribed to the channel. And then when we're done, be sure to copy the link to today's episode and share it on your favorite social media timeline. Share it with people that you know are looking for success and whatever endeavor in life. We're going to talk about it in a broad sense. Just success in general, and this works whether you're trying to have success in business, success in relationships, success with your family, success on your job. Doesn't make no never mind, right? Same thing for you guys on Facebook. Do the same thing for me. Go ahead and share the stream. Share it with on your timeline. Share it in your groups and all that good stuff. Man, we've got to start continuing to put good quality content in front of our family and friends to help them transform their mindsets in the same way that you are transforming your mindset. Today's show is also brought to you by Young Biz Kids, a nonprofit organization that teaches entrepreneurship to children. Guys, we need your help in helping to fund this year's first annual Young Biz Kids Awards Banquet and Luncheon. The tickets are $20. Here's what I'm offering if you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are not in St. Louis. If you are in St. Louis, contact my girl, Ariel Biggs, to purchase your tickets, or I will put the Eventbrite link here in a second. But if you're outside of St. Louis and you want to help, I want you to do the same thing that my girl, LaWanda Morello did, right? She purchased 2 tickets. I said, Cortez, I just want to support the movement. I want you to give these tickets away, put them to good use. But she purchased 2 tickets. Because she purchased 2 tickets, she's going to continually get a business shout out on the show. She's going to continue get coaching, a 1-hour coaching session with me to help grow her brand. And she's got some amazing things going on in her life. She's getting licensed and certified in other areas. And then she's going to get 3-month subscription to Monetize My Life Academy as well, just for her sponsorship of 2 tickets. So if you would do us the honor and helping us by sponsoring 2 tickets at just $40. You're going to get a 3-month subscription to Monetize My Life Academy. At the current price, you're getting $60 worth of Monetize My Life Academy for just $40. And you're going to get a 1-hour coaching session with me, another $250 value, because we do video coaching and I record it, and you have that for your use indefinitely. And then you get your shout outs on the show, on the website, on the Young Biz Kids website. They like to thank their sponsors. And then it's a tax deductible donation, guys, because my Young Biz Kids is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So your donations are 100% tax deductible when you're donating to a charitable cause like that. So shout out to my girl, LaWanda Marrero, for helping us sponsor this event, because we want to do something really big for these kids. These kids work hard. They show up at their marketplaces. They show up in class, and they're learning entrepreneurship, man. And we're pouring into them like nothing else, man. And you see some of these kids, man, doing amazing things. My man Mikey just crossed 1,000 book sale mark just last week. Sisters Cosmetics are doing amazing things. Mia's Treats is doing amazing things. Shelly, the jewelry girl. I mean, we just got a countless number of young entrepreneurs that are going to be able to create jobs in the future based on what they're learning in Young Biz Kids. So appreciate your support in that area. Again, I'm not going to go through what the show is for. You guys know it's for risers and grinders, and it's not for poop butts, right? So we're going to talk about 8 simple steps to success, starting with number 1, love. Right now, some of you guys are saying, wait, what does love have to do with success? The people who have the most success in any endeavor are the people who love what they do. So number 1, you have to love what you do or have passion for what you do. And passion is the key to keep a business strategy moving. Can't go into anything half-hearted, man. So love is number 1. You got to have love for what you're doing. You got to be in love with what you're doing, the people that you're serving. And this, again, this doesn't matter as it relates to your job, your business, your relationships. You got to be in love with the process, y'all. As a youth basketball coach and trainer, I tell kids all the time, the good ones, the good players, love the game, right? The good players, those who just are really, really good, they love the game, therefore they master their craft. But the great ones love to train. Let me say that again. The good ones love the game. But the process of getting better. They love the process of getting better, right? You know why Kobe Bryant got up at 4:45 every morning to train? Because he found out some of the other top NBA players were getting up at 5. So he wanted to beat them up and work out before they did. You know why he's the last one to leave the gym when he was playing ball? He left the gym before him. That means he's got an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes to practice. So he's getting better longer than you are. And I want you to understand something, how something as simple as that compounds over time. When I'm training the young athletes and they don't get it, and I'm trying to drill it into them, that if you show up just 5 minutes earlier than everybody else, if you stay just 5 minutes later than everybody else, 10 minutes later than everybody else. So that's 10 minutes on the front end. You showed up and got 10 minutes more of work in than everybody else. Then you worked with everybody else. Then everybody else left, and you got 10 more minutes of extra work. See, the difference between good and great is not that much, y'all. 20 minutes right there. But because you understand the power of compounding efforts, that 20 minutes of work is not just one day. When you make that a habit, that extra 20 minutes compounds over a career to become maybe a year, maybe 2 years worth of extra work. When you add all those 20 minutes up every day, eventually you're going to get to 24 hours of extra work more than your competition. Eventually you're going to get to 1 week of more than your competition. Eventually you're going to get to 1 month of time extra that you put in that your competition didn't. So your extra time compounds. Guys, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just a little extra. Some of y'all gonna get that later. So you'll have to love and be passionate about what you do. When it comes to business and building wealth, wealthy people find 1 or 2 ways to get paid for 1 or 2 things that they already love to do. I'll say it again. Wealthy people find 1 or 2 ways to get paid for 1 or 2 things that they already love to do. Guys, I'm going to be coaching basketball until I can't move. Something I just love to do. I have a passion for pouring into young people. So it just makes sense for me to find 1 or 2 ways to get paid for doing something I love to do. I love to go watch high school sports, high school basketball in particular. So I found a way to get paid for going to watch high school ball. I record the games and upload them on my website. And now people come to my website to watch the games that they missed. While they're watching those games, they're getting advertised and promoted to because of the different advertising and the affiliates that I have. Find 1 or 2 ways to get paid for 1 or 2 things that you love to do. That's number 1. You've got to have passion. Number 2, learn from others. Learn from others. Guys, if you don't have a mentor in your life in various capacities, chances are you don't have one mentor that is excellent in everything, so they can't mentor you in everything. So you need mentors in your life, right? Appreciate that you come hang out with me every morning and you learn some things about business and building wealth, but you need mentors in your life. See, I have people that I look to when it comes to marriage. I have people that I look to when it comes to fatherhood. I have people that I look to when it comes to branding and marketing. I have people that I look to when it comes to building wealth. I have people that I look to when it comes to building relationships and networking and partnerships, right? So you have to have not a mentor, but you have to have mentors in the various areas of your life and allow them to learn from you. And I will tell you this, if you do not feel like your mentor is a tormentor, then you might need to get you a new mentor. See, your mentor's job is not to sugarcoat anything and tell you what you want to hear. Your mentor's job is to tell you directly and specifically what works, what doesn't work. Sometimes they will see you doing things and they will tell you, stop it. That's not going to work. And you might be heavily involved in this thing. And you might want to go against their judgment and say, no, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. And you keep doing it. And you get the results that you want, not the results that they've gotten. So sometimes your mentor becomes a tormentor. But that's okay. That's okay. Learn how to love that process. My kids that I coach, come on, man, they can't stand me, right? But this year, we were right into basketball season, and some of them trained with me all summer, and I kicked their tail 3 days a week all summer long. But some of them could barely touch the bottom of the net, and now they're dunking. So, yes, I tormented them all summer, but they're seeing the fruits of that labor all summer. So if you do not have mentors in your life, then start looking at the areas that you're trying to build up. You look at somebody who is golden in that area and you reach out to them. Go see how you can serve them. One of my mentors, Andre C. Hatchett, says, Cortez, I am perpetually in an internship in some capacity in my life at all times. I said, what? He said, I am perpetually in an internship in some capacity in my life at all times. What does that mean? That means he's constantly serving somebody who is of a greater stature, more success, and all he's doing is running errands for that person. He's getting water for that person. He's getting coffee for that person. He's helping set up tables and break down tables after events so that he can get around certain people. He says, I'm perpetually, when one internship ends, I start another internship. I go find somebody to serve who I want to learn from, and I just find a way to get in their circle, in their presence, in their network. And sometimes the only way to get in their circle, in their presence, in their network is to serve in an assistant capacity, is to serve in some sort of internship where I'm not paid anything. They tell me where to show up, I show up. They tell me what to do, I do it. In exchange for that, just being around them, I get to learn a tremendous amount about what it is that they do. I get to learn how they move, how they behave, how they handle certain situations. I'm learning. See, in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki says wealthy people don't work for money. They don't work for money. Wealthy people don't work for money. Like what Andre is doing, knowledge. Because if I work to fill my brain with a certain knowledge, with a certain principle, then I can turn around and take that to the bank and transform it into money, right? So learn from others. Get you a good mentor, learn from their mistakes, brainstorm together, set up your mastermind group from those people who are serious about transforming their lives so they can help you transform your lives. Number 3, I'm telling you guys all this all the time, and I've only seen 2 people do this on the stream. But yeah, allow your mentor to be your tour mentor. Why have you guys not put your brand in the chat? Number 3, learn to self-promote. Everywhere you go, you should be dropping in your brand. In fact, if you guys want to do it the easy way, then there's a little button for those of you who have fan pages on Facebook. There's a little button that you can control the persona from which you're commenting. So if you hit that button, you change from commenting as your personal self to your fan page persona. So that way, if I was on this stream, I wouldn't be commenting as Cortez Springer. I would be commenting as the financial health mentor. So now I'm branding. Every time I make a comment, I'm branding. You guys are seeing that brand. So don't be afraid to self-promote, people. We've been taught not to toot our own horn, man. That's a load of bull. Because if you're not tooting your own horn, who is? If you're not promoting you, therefore nobody else knows what you do, so they can't promote you. They can't say good things about you. Then who's saying anything about you? Learn the art of self-promotion. Everywhere you go, you should be putting that stuff in the comments. Repeat what you just said, please. I don't know which part. I think if you're talking about the Facebook part, you should be able to click on your Facebook. You should be able to click on the Facebook icon next to your little profile picture where you're commenting, and you should be able to change your profile persona to your fan page persona. And now when you're commenting on people's stream, you're not commenting as author Bethany Rucker, you're commenting as SB Essential Oils, right? So we'll go over that in Monetize My Life Academy. I'll show you guys that. I can't show you on this stream, but you can change that out and comment as your fan page persona. So when people see you making a comment and it's a very insightful and thoughtful comment, they say, oh, this SB Essential Oil person is always making good comments. Let me see who she is. Let me see what that is. Now they go over to your fan page. You got good material over on your fan page, and bang. It's just in love with you as a fan. I become a fan, right? So learn the art of self-promoting. And I'm gonna keep talking about this until all of y'all put y'all brand in the chat. Y'all still ain't put y'all brand in the chat, man. You never know who's watching this stream right now live, who's going to watch this stream later that wants to connect with you. Come on, y'all. Come on. Learn the art of self-promoting. It is 7:28. There we go. There we go. All right. So Troy's giving his name of his fan page. I appreciate that. Good deal. Good deal. So today we're going to do our quote of the day. It is 7:28. I passed our time because we started a little bit late. But today's quote of the day says, success isn't a goal or a destination. It's a mindset that you must adopt to get to the goal or destination. Are you guys following this morning? Is this good stuff? It says success is not a goal or a destination. It's a mindset that you must adopt to get to the goal or destination. Right? William said he needs to learn how to create a brand. This is what we do, William. If you haven't already gotten a subscription to Monetize My Life Academy, that's a good place to start, man. $20 a month. Even if you just hang out with us for 1 month, I will show you everything that you need to set your brand up. There's ebooks that you can download, courses that you can download and save, and you can just have that stuff, right? Quote of the day: success isn't a goal or a destination. It's a mindset you must adopt to achieve the goal or destination. Huh? Are you guys developing the successful mindset? Right? Are you developing the successful mindset? Because that's going to get you to the destination that you're trying to go. That's going to help you achieve and reach the goals that you have set for yourself once you develop the mindset. Right? Today's quote of the day is brought to you by Lisa Marrero's, LaWanda Marrero's Alice in Crackland. This is a very, very interesting book. If you want to grab a copy of it, all you do is go to books.financialhealthmentor.com. It'll be up on the site as soon as we're done here. And it's a good read, man. It's a tale of really what is a true account of some things that went on in her life, but she put it into a story format. So check out this book, Alice in Crackland. LaWanda Marrero, sponsor for today's quote of the day. And guys, just know that if you want business shout outs like that, and you want to be on my fan page, if you want to be on my blog and all that kind of stuff with help promoting your business and your brands, I do have sponsorship packages, very, very inexpensive. And I can help you, promote your brand in that way. So LaWanda Marrero, connect with her on Facebook, or you can go out to books.financialhealthmentor.com, grab a copy of her book as well, Alice in Crackland, right? Wonderful story of overcoming insurmountable odds to still be standing here today. It's amazing, amazing stuff. All right, so we were on number 3. Number 4, constantly take action. Constantly take action. Successful people are movers and shakers, people. Movers and shakers. It's funny, the response that I got this weekend, I got a chance to flat out chill pretty much all weekend. And I posted a picture of me and my wife just chilling, watching some movies. And the caption was rare sighting, right? Because it's rare that people ever see me in chill mode, because I hardly am. It's rare that people ever see me in chill mode. And it's also rare that people ever see my sugar, right? Because she's behind the scenes. But trust and believe, none of this stuff would be possible. The things that you see I'm doing, the scenes, none of this stuff would be possible if it wasn't for that little lady. So part of the reason that you don't see her, because she's always hard at work holding me up, holding me down, right? So we actually took a selfie together, and it was funny that, people were commenting on the Instagram pic. It's like, yeah, this is a rare sighting, man. It's rare that you ever see my sugar. it's rare that you ever see me sitting still long enough to take a picture, especially in chill mode. I mean, we were all the way in chill mode this weekend. So I don't know. She's got me watching this show called Blacklist. And it's amazing, man. We must have binged like 12 episodes or something, man. It was crazy. But yeah, you rarely see me in chill mode, but you know, successful people are movers and shakers, guys. Constantly be moving. Even if you're not moving physically, you're constantly putting things in place, in motion. Your mind is constantly going. And do not run from that, man. That's just the way we are wired, right? Sometimes we run from that because we don't know where that's coming from. That's the entrepreneur in you. If you have that constantly 24-hour mindset running, then you either need to become an entrepreneur or you need to develop some people around you that you can help, that can help you execute those ideas that are constantly churning in your head. Number 5, get good at building build a reputation, right? Build a reputation, right? Or in other words, you got self-promote, but then also build a reputation and a track record of doing the things that you are promoting about yourself, right? What's your track record, right? You guys know I have a track record of being before you every morning at 7 a.m. Central Time, right? What is your reputation? What does your name say in the marketplace? How does your name precede you, right? Be bold about sharing your talents and your skills, right? Get testimonials from people that you have successfully helped and ask them to give you a testimonial of what they learned and how you helped them. Starting to build a track record. People want to know that you can deliver on what you say you can deliver on, right? So share your gifts and talents, build you a reputation in the marketplace. And then let me say this while we're on reputation. Once you build it, be vigilant about guarding it. Once you build that reputation, be vigilant about guarding that reputation. Because if you're not careful about the things that you do, the places you go, the people you're seen with, you could work your entire life to build a reputation and it can crumble in the blink of an eye if you're not careful to protect it. Very careful about my brand, who I deal with, who I do business with, who I don't do business with. I'm telling you, protect your brand, your reputation. A good name is more precious than silver and gold. And trust me, it doesn't take but a split second. A half a second decision can ruin a lifetime of work. So be very, very careful about that. So build your reputation and be equally as vigilant as you're building it to protect it as well. So there's certain things I just do not do. There's certain places I just do not go because I'm building and guarding my reputation, right? Just to give you one of my pet peeves is I don't like to be seen with women outside of a very, very, very public place, high traffic place, right? Because the Bible teaches me that I'm to stay away from even the appearance of evil. And in business, there are relationships that I have with women, but I'm very careful as to how we deal one with another because I don't even want the appearance of evil. Because all it takes is for someone to ride by and see me talking to a woman, and if that is not carefully orchestrated, so when my wife knows where I am, who I'm dealing with, where I'm going to be, how long I'm going to be there, and all of that kind of stuff. And I learned this from a pastor friend of mine. He said, you know what? If I'm going to speak at another church and they send a woman to pick me up, he said, I won't even get in the car. unless there's 2 or 3 people with that woman, right? Because you got to stay away from even the appearance of evil. And I'm serious about that and protecting my name. I'm serious about that and protecting my relationship with my wife. I'm serious about that and protecting my brand and my business. You got to stay away from even the appearance of evil. There's a lot of things that are good that go with my brand that you will never see posted on my Facebook timeline. Because again, I have to guard and protect my brand. There's a lot of people that come after me in comments and posts and stuff like that, and I have to delete that stuff right away. Not because it's hurtful to me, not because I didn't learn from the hate and the criticism, but because I don't want you guys to see it and then you start jumping on that person. So you have to be careful about protecting and guarding your name. Number 6, this is a really good one. Number 6, never think it's too late to start. Never think it's too late to start. So many times people have these wonderful ideas. They get up in age, they retire, and now they want to start a new journey, and they're like, nah, it's too late for me to have an impact. It's too late for me to get that started. This was a good idea, Lord. I wish you'd given me this idea 20 years ago. I think Colonel Sanders was 67 or something like that when KFC really started to pop. Right? Colonel Sanders was like 67 when KFC really started to pop. So don't think it is never too late to start. That's number 7, Brandy, or number 6. I'm sorry, number 6. It's never too late to start. And then just understand that you might not be able to build it all the way to where you see it going, but at least if you start, others can build up on that foundation. But if you never start, that vision just goes to the grave with you, right? That's the richest place on the planet, right? Is a graveyard, because so many million and billion-dollar ideas have gone to the grave with people because they never started, right? They never started. Number 7. Yeah, you know what? That is, it's a tough one, Vincent, because everything that they see celebrates instant gratification. Everything that you see celebrates instant gratification. But here's the deception. The people that you're seeing it from is building generationally. Right? So you see all of this stuff before you in TV and magazines and media. Everywhere you go, there's a celebration of instant gratification by media outlets and things of that nature. But the people that behind those images, the people who run those things, the people who owns that media, the people who own those things that are getting you to celebrate instant gratification, guess what? They're building generationally. Yeah. I tell everybody, man, I got a 1,000-year game plan. And then the first thing that a shallow-minded person will say is, you ain't gonna live 1,000 years. How you got a 1,000-year game plan? Exactly. Exactly. I'm not gonna live 1,000 years. So I'm executing my game plan in my children, so they can carry out and execute the game plan. They're gonna execute the game plan in their children. 1,000 years from now, people are going to be talking about H. Cortez. Don't believe me, just watch. So you got to have a game plan, 3, 4, 5, 6 generations down the road, what you want to see. And it's all a matter of you putting certain things in place, especially if you're someone who don't have children right now, or if you're someone who's got young children right now. They are literally a blank canvas. And you can literally start to transform the way they think right now and ensure that they carry on a legacy. And it starts by letting them know what a legacy is. It starts by letting them know what the family name is. It starts by making sure that they know what the family crest means. It starts by letting them know what the family mission statement is, what the family motto is, what the family vision statement is. You're not working on that kind of stuff. Start working on that stuff. Absolutely. You got to start working on that stuff now. They have to be conditioned the same way you've been conditioned to want a job and to work a job versus being a business owner. Then the same conditioning you have to give to your children, but you have to turn it up about 10 notches. Why? Because you are only one institution that's conditioning them. When they leave your house, you're being conditioned by about 40 or 50 institutions every single day. And you have to teach them how to deflect. And then when they come back into the household, you have to teach them, you have to see what they have learned and then teach them how to properly interpret what they've learned. Because if they say, you know what, Dad, I was in school today and somebody offered me a free condom and told me that I need to practice safe sex. And you say, no, don't fall for the okie doke. We're practicing abstinence. We're practicing no sex. So you have to know that kind of stuff. And you have to have these kinds of conversations with your children. So you have to condition them, because if you don't, and the moment that you slip, they're going to start being conditioned by the outside world. So never think it's too late to get going in your business idea, your business plan. Sometimes later in life is a perfect time. In fact, the book The Millionaire Next Door says that most wealthy people don't even hit their stride until late 40s, early 50s. Late 40s, early 50s. Most millionaires become millionaires in their late 40s, early 50s. So that's what we're talking about here, man. You've got to understand the power of getting started. And maybe that's all it takes is for you to get started, for the next generation to say, you know what? I'm going to pick up where Dad left off, and I'm going to take this thing to newer heights. Number 7, build you an A-team. Build you an A-team. I was on a panel last night talking with, yeah, I need to get a piece of that pie. Absolutely, absolutely. Build you an A-team. I was on a panel last night, and I'm gonna share with you some of the stuff that we did. If you are a Black man and you are not part of Black Men United, I want you to go to blackmenunited.com and sign up. All you're doing is you're signing up on a mailing list so you get notifications when we have special things like this. And this week we're doing Black Men's a training week. We're just training on how to be a better Black man, training on what you can do to overcome. And last night was my piece of networking with finesse, right? Networking with finesse. And I talked about some things that we have to stop doing and some things that we have to do in order to start building our network. So you got to build a network, and then within that network, you have to select you out an A-team, a go-to team. See, what did Hannibal have as the leader of the A-team? He was the general, right? He had the bright ideas, but then he needed face to be able to execute and use his gifts and talents in a certain way. He needed Barack to be execute and use his talents in a certain way. He even needed what was the crazy guys? Murdoch. He needed Murdoch to be able to use his crazy gifts in a certain way to get the job done. Could a single one of them have gotten the job done on their own? Absolutely not. The general could have had the plan, but if there's no BA, there's no face, there's no Murdoch to execute the plan doesn't work. Right? So develop you an A team. Some things that you want to do if you want to learn how to network. As men, we have to get away from this Hollywood definition of what macho is. I'm trying to be Lone Rangers, trying to be Superman, and that's a problem. It's okay to want to lean on others to help you get something done. Everybody wants to be a sidekick. Everybody wants to have a sidekick, but no one wants to be one. You want you a right-hand man, but you're not the right-hand man to anybody. Right? You want to have you a right-hand man, but you're not the right-hand man to anybody. See, Hollywood teaches us this false sense of macho and bravado. We got to learn ego management. Sometimes we can't build a team because nobody knows how to manage their egos. Ego, you've heard it said, stands for edge God out. And here's the problem with edging God out. You edge the God in you out. And when you edge the God in you out, you cannot see the God in other people. That's a major problem with that. When you edge the God in you out, you can't see the God in other people. Therefore, you won't allow yourself to receive help from others. And then for Black men, this has been a problem in our community for a very, very long time. We don't know how to admire respectfully other Black men. We don't know how to respectfully admire other Black men. And so much so, see, when we were coming up, when you show some admiration for somebody, what did your little buddy say? Man, get off they jock. So we developed this thing to where we would never admire or compliment another Black man because we saw it as riding their jock. Right? But here's the problem with that. If you cannot admire the good qualities of somebody else, and in essence, you are low-key hating on them, you will never develop them qualities in you. If you are not willing to admire the qualities in another brother or sister, and you are low-key hating on their good qualities, your subconscious mind will never allow you to develop that which you despise. Your subconscious mind will never allow you to develop in you that which you despise. So I see a good quality in my brother AV, but I'm in this competition mode. So instead of admiring that quality, I low-key hate on it. Hating on it, it's a quality that I should be developing in me, but I'm not because I'm low-key hating on it. So my subconscious mind says you will never become like AV because you don't like AV. You can't stand AV. So why would we let you become something you despise? But on the other hand, when I can admire AV good qualities, I can appreciate what he's got going on, then my subconscious mind said, oh, you like that so much, it appears to us you want some of those qualities in you, and you start to develop those qualities in yourself. So get you an A team, man. Get out of this competition mode and get in this collaborative mode and start collaborating. Like Trevor Ott said, when you working together, 1 + 1 is 2. But when you collaborate, 1 and 1 is 11. Yeah, that low-key hating is killing us, man. It's killing us. And then lastly, find your A team, find people with the skill sets and attitudes that will support your brand, right? So that A team, man, is everybody has a skill set and I can lean on them. Now I can stay at what I'm a 10 at, and I don't have to worry about becoming a 10 over here or 10 over there. Why? Because I have somebody who is a 10 that I can go to for that. I have somebody as a 10 in this area that I can go to for that. So I don't have to worry about trying to become a 10 over here and a 10 over there. Is that making sense to you guys? Is everybody tracking? Right? Is that making sense? Is everybody tracking? All right, cool. Number 8 is probably the biggest one in terms of success. Watch your attitude. Watch your attitude, man. It's just one of those things that we have very little control over the things that happen to us. But we can't always control. We have 100% control over how we respond to those things. Right? We have very little control over the things that happen to us, happen around us, what people say about us and all that kind of stuff. But we have 100% control of how we respond and react to those things. So one, a positive mental attitude, man, there's so much power in that, right? Being optimistic, there's just so much power in that, right? Because it shifts your focus on the things that, instead of focusing on the things that could go wrong, you start focusing on the things that could go right. And guess what? You actually start to see better outcomes when you have a positive mental attitude. When you only focus on the things that can go wrong, they tend to go wrong. When you focus on the things that go right, they tend to go right. So when your attitude, when you have a positive mental attitude about everything, man, it keeps your stress levels down. It attracts other people to you with positive mental attitudes. And that power of positivity, man, can change things. It changes circumstances. It changes outcomes, right? Attitude of gratitude. I told you this story before. I'm going to share it with you one more time. My mom lives about 25 or 30 minutes away from me, right? And my mom is a mover and a shaker. She's always on the go. And from time to time, she locks herself out of her house. Now, I have a key to her house, and I can go let her in, right? But I had to shift the way I think and shift from an attitude and add an attitude of gratitude by changing one letter and one word. She would call me at some of the most inopportune times. I'm in the middle of something. I'm way on the other side of town and say, son, I know you're going to get mad, but I locked myself out again, right? And I used to say, man, I got to go let my mom in. I got to go do this. I got to stop what I'm doing so I can go let her in. Right? I got to stop, and I got to. So I got to. And that was the word, I got to. But when you have an attitude of gratitude, it goes from G-O-T to G-E-T. See, I don't got to do nothing for my mom. I get to do stuff for my mom. See, when you have an attitude of gratitude, that changes. See, I don't got to go let her in. I get to go let her in. Why? Because she's still here with me. There's somebody somewhere who don't have their mom. And they wish they could get a call from their mom saying they locked out. And they get to go see their mom one more time. See, I don't got to stop what I'm doing to go let her in. I get to stop what I'm doing because I am my own boss. I don't have to ask nobody's permission. I get to stop what I'm doing, no matter what I'm doing. It's my own schedule. It's my own business. And I get to go let her in. So having the right attitude towards success, towards the things that you're doing, towards your endeavors, towards your business partners, towards your relationship with your family, toward whatever you're trying to grow in and have success in on your job. The right attitude can transform all situations, man. The right attitude. So I stopped saying I got to do anything. And every time I'm inconvenienced or feeling frustrated about anything that I got to do, I just transform that word into what I get to do. It's like, no, you don't got to, you get to, man. You're blessed that you get to do something and not that you got to do something. So really quickly, let me recap all 8 for you. Number 1, love, passion. You got to love what you do if you're going to have any success. Wealthy people find 1 or 2 ways to get paid for 1 or 2 things that they already love doing. Number 2, learn from others. Get you some mentors in your life. And here's a good indication of whether or not you have a good mentor. If your mentors do not have mentors, then they should not be your mentors. Let me run that one back. If your mentors do not have mentors, they should not be your mentors. Because if they don't have mentors, that means they're not growing. If they're not growing, that means they can only take you to a certain point. And then what mentors who do not have mentors tend to do is when they get you to that certain point, because they're not growing, they want to keep you right there. They want to stay on top of you. Not a good mentor. If you're moving at a faster pace than me and I'm your mentor, then I'm going to pass you on to my mentor and say, hey, you know, you're going beyond me. So I'm going to pass you on to my mentor. You continue to grow and continue to grow over there. My mentors are all the same way. You growing faster than them, they're going to say, hey, man, there's not much left for me to teach you. Let me pass you on to my mentor so you can continue this astronomical growth. If your mentors don't have mentors, you need different mentors. Number 3, learn to self-promote, guys. Part of networking is learning, being confident in who you are and saying who you are and what you do and what you're good at so that other people can connect with you for those services. Other people know who to turn to, right? Because they know where you're a 10 at. Right? Does that make sense? Number 4, constantly take action, man. Constantly take action. Success is an ever-moving target, right? Constantly take action, man. Don't procrastinate. Don't sit back. Don't constantly reevaluate and reset your goals. Because if you're knocking goals out, then keep setting new goals. Otherwise, you will get complacent. And complacency will ruin you. Number 5, build your reputation, right? Build your reputation. And in the building of the reputation, know that it's equally important to guard that reputation. Life, building your reputation. And 1 split-second decision can change all of that in a blink of an eye. So build your reputation, but also guard your reputation. Number 6, never think it's too late to start. It might be too late for you to finish, but it's never too late for you to start. You might have to start and the next generation might have to finish, but never think it's too late to start. Number 7, build you an A-team. Build you an A-team, right? Connect with people who are 10s in areas that you need to have success. Right? You don't have to try to be a 10 in everything, but if you are a 10 in branding and marketing, but you're not a 10 in sales, then you're the branding and marketing guy. You connect with somebody who's a 10 in sales and you let them do the sales. Right? If you're not a 10 in systems development, but you're a 10 in the branding and the marketing, you brand, but you connect with somebody who's a 10 at building systems. And you allow them to build your systems for you. Right? Stop trying to be a 10 at everything. And then number 8 is watch your attitude. Watch your attitude. I would say have a positive mental attitude at all times, and have an attitude of gratitude at all times. You don't got to do nothing, but because you still have breath in your body, you get to do a lot of stuff. You don't got to do anything, but because you have breath that you should be grateful for, you get to. My mom calls me and she's locked out, and guys, she does this about 4 or 5 times a month, right? She locked herself out. She changes purses, keys in one purse, and now she's in a new purse. Now she's gone. Before she knows it, she's locked out, right? But I don't got to go let her in. I get to go let her in, because not only do I still have breath in my body, she still got breath in her body. Somebody's mom is not with them today. So positive mental attitude at all times, attitude of gratitude at all times, and watch how your world starts to shift. And it's funny is 2 people can see the same situation at the exact same time and have 2 totally different outcomes, 2 totally different perspectives. Why? Because one is choosing to see the good, the silver lining in the storm and the cloud. Others can only see the rain. And therefore, their behavior is dictated by what they can see and what they can perceive. So I'm Ace Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. Today's show is brought to you by Monetize My Life Academy. Guys, $20 a month gets you all of the branding and marketing tools, trainings, webinars, classes, courses that you need to transform your brand and go to another level. Today's show is also brought to you by Alice in Crackland, the book by LaWanda Marrero. Make sure that you guys go cop that, man. Go to books.financialhealthmentor.com. It will be up in the next 30 minutes or so. Help a sister out, because she's helped me. She sponsored 2 Young Biz Kids tickets to our annual award ceremony and luncheon. So if you guys want to help us out and sponsor 2 tickets for $40, you would then get a 1-hour coaching session with me. You will then get 3 months of Monetize My Life Academy, and you will also become segment sponsors to the show, where I promote your brand throughout the show for 3 or 4 days. And we will take those tickets and we will bless somebody in the local community so they can come out and have a free meal and support our young biz kids, babies. So till I talk to you guys tomorrow, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve it. Peace out, y'all.